On this episode, bring an idea. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Quarter Show. I was talking about this to Ben, and we did something on LinkedIn the other day, and I wanted to mention it on the Quarter Show as well. Was in sales, bring an idea, bring stuff to the table. You know, so many salespeople, they're kind of like, you get stuck in a rut. You get stuck in a rut a little bit. You're trying to follow up. You're saying, hey, they take a look at this. Did you do that? And kind of going through these road actions. And I get it. It's the nature of the beast. You can get kind of trapped in that. Just let me go through. Oh, I already called him. She's out of the office. I need to touch base with her on blah, blah, blah. And you got to challenge yourself to innovate. You got to challenge yourself to make it exciting. Keep the prospect engaged. Keep them moving along in the cycle. And that could mean that you're selling and pitching something right now, but you can also just bring an idea for something else. Like, find an excuse, any excuse, and come up with something that's relevant to them and bring an idea to the table. I know recently we had this kind of opportunity for a live shoot, some local live shoots in an area where we had a bit of a conflict on the schedule. So it gave us an opportunity to reach out to some prospects that are in that area, some clients and prospects that are in that area, and just say, look, we have an opportunity here. We can do it at a special rate. Here's an idea. Why don't we do this? And went through and left 40 or 50, 60, whatever phone calls, emails, and things like that followed that line. But always challenge yourself. Come up with an idea. What's one idea that you can come up with for your prospects today or your clients today, and you can get on the phone and have a basic little pitch or a basic little spiel that you give on that idea, like, hey, here's a thought for you. What if we did blah, blah, blah? Just want to present that idea. Let me know. Call me back. Bring something that's compelling and give yourself an excuse to call them, so you're not just kind of stuck in a rut of just like, oh, well, I'm following up. Oh, that's not moving. Oh, that's out of the office. Like, give yourself an excuse to make contact. Give yourself an excuse to email or call. Ideally, call and connect or leave a voicemail and bring value. Obviously, we hear people talk about bringing value and give. That dovetails into bringing an idea to the table for them and stuff that's going to get their gears turning and that's going to kind of pollinate. You plant the seed today, it pollinates, and it turns into an action tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean that's one major thing that I've learned recently. For whatever reason, and was that you have to just bring something creative to the table. It doesn't matter if you sit there and go, well, I know that what this person at IBM wants, and I know what they said to me, so I can only talk about that. And instead, you go. You start just getting creative, you start getting imaginative, and the purpose is not like, I'm going to bring this other idea and I hope to sell them on it. Really the purpose for me is I want to communicate really good quality things just to stir the creative motion.
Keep the conversation going.
And that person, they'll come back. They'll tell you, because the more you stir that creative motion for them, the more they'll go, what I really want is this. It'll give them the opportunity to make a statement of what they really want. It might get them also thinking, right?
Yeah.
And I've been a little bit afraid of it at times, because I don't want to, I want to just guide this deal in, and I don't want to distract them with fancy lights and fancy bells and whistles.
So use judgment, obviously. Use judgment on your cycles and everything like that. But I just walked down the hall here, and you see people walking through the halls and the way they are. People are moving too slow, maybe including you, right? And you start looking, you're like, you need to kickstart everything and get them moving faster. You need to move faster. You need more sort of rapidity and reasons for driving things and being the driver, right? And picking up the pace of what people are doing. People are like, oh, I'm busy. It's like, meanwhile, they're dawdling down the hall or whatever, right? Your job, bringing ideas, kickstarting action. Right, more action, speedier pace, faster pace, right? And that leads to other things coming in. Pick up the pace, bring some ideas, find a good idea to barrage, 40, 50, 60 calls today, 50, 60 prospects today. Get on the phone with them and just say, look, I know we're talking about doing this, but here's an idea for you. here's an idea. We found that one of our other clients did this, or here's an idea that we came up with, or this may align, it may not align, but let me know your thoughts on that. You want to keep it going and kind of keep that conversation happening, and it gives you one other excuse to get on the phone. Now, of course, you can take that idea and you can turn it into a video. That's something we do constantly. We're always turning things like that into videos and putting those out and then calling, but you need an excuse. You need excuses to call people. And if you just find yourself stuck, I'm sure there's deals where you look at it and you're just kind of stuck and you're like, I called and followed up yesterday, right? And you're like, what do I do today? Today you bring an idea. Okay, yeah. So that's an idea for you. That's a thought for you. Apply it. I think it'll kind of kickstart your gears, and after you've made 10 or 20 phone calls and you're driving those ideas, you feel a little recharged. You feel a little bit fired up, and now you're fully in action. They're in action, and things are happening. Okay? If you like it, hit like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're climbing on the subscriptions, which is really cool. Hit the subscribe there and hit the little bell to be notified when new episodes come out. Okay? Thanks.